Welcome into the first episode of the Priddy Podcast. Thank you all for joining us. I know it's taken a little bit. The weather has kind of been a little crazy, but we are here and we are ready to get this thing rolling. So, it's been a doozy of a week for everybody out there. We've had a crazy snowstorm come through with ice on top of it. So first and foremost, before I get rolling, I just wanted to, make sure, everybody is doing good. I want everybody to stay warm. Check on your neighbors always, of course. If somebody needs something to eat, somewhere to stay, just sometimes lending that hand is a big thing for people. I know I have been going nuts. I was ready to get this thing rolling. Me and Jake been talking about it forever, and we've been slowly just getting everything together, getting ready to jump on it. And, of course, the quote-unquote Snowmageddon hit. So here we are, and we're doing our thing now. I got my guy Jake in here with me. He's ready to rock and roll. And I want to give a big shout out to this guy, man. I mean, this is not happening without this guy. So big praise to him. And if you see him out, give him a good shout out because he's good at what he does. And, without further ado, I want to just hop on in some things. We, of course, had a big sports weekend. We have another one coming up in a few weekends. What do we call it? The master of all sports. Don't kill me, golf fans. But we got the Super Bowl just around the corner. I want to talk about this AFC and NFC championship, though. We had a pretty, I don't want to say it was a high scoring game, but it was definitely a low scoring with someone say a chance of snow at the end. So talk about two different ball games with that Denver Broncos and New England Patriots game. I felt like we were literally watching two different games on that. So you start out watching that and the field's fine. Everything's rolling. Everybody's throwing the ball. You're starting to think, man, this could end up being a high scoring game. No, not so much, says Mother Nature. We jumped down to a couple of quarters, and it is an absolute blizzard. Nobody's able to move the ball. You kick it, and it's going into the Rocky Mountains over in Denver. So it was just a mess of a game. So I know a lot of people were kind of like giving the old Jared Stidham, well, he was a backup. What do you expect from Denver? But, I mean, you really can't judge a whole lot from Jared Stidham from this game. You could have put Joe Montana out there. Who's going to be able to throw the ball very good in them conditions? Masterclass from Drake May once again. He's got to be Rookie of the Year. I think the dude has just been absolute lights out. He could very well get Stephon Diggs his first Super Bowl ring. And, I mean, I know that's one thing that's kind of separated Diggs from many receivers in this league is having that, that hardware to go with his name. So, I mean, here's the thing. As much praise as I do give Drake May, and he deserves it, you got to give it to Mike Vrabel, too. The guy takes over New England. I mean, everybody was wondering what this whole thing's going to look like post Belichick and Tom Brady, what direction this franchise is going to go. You bring in, you get a couple down years here and there. You bring in a guy, and I think you roll the dice on Mike Vrabel. Tennessee just let him go. It looked like he was kind of, they didn't want him there in Nashville. So another man's trash is what they say, another man's treasure. And that's a perfect example of it here. He goes to New England, and he has just completely turned that whole place around. And we're looking like New England from 10, 15 years ago again. This could very well be another Super Bowl for that franchise. Not taking nothing away from the Denver Broncos. I mean, that's a hell of a season from them. They one of the better defenses I've seen. Bo Nix, you kind of catch a tough break there, literally with his foot. I think he'll be back and better than ever, though. And as long as you got Sean Payton, I think you always have a fighting chance, because the dude is he's brilliant what he does. He's proved it everywhere he's went. He's always had a winning organization, and he's always coached winning quarterbacks, going back to one of my personal favorites, Drew Brees. So the Denver Broncos are certainly a team to watch in that AFC West coming in and going into next year. That they could very well be back here. Just we got to keep a watch on Bo Nix and that ankle. We get him back, man. It's back to throwing. I call them piss missiles for Bo Nix. So with that game being the mess it was, when you flipped over to the other game later that evening, we had the Rams and the Seahawks. Man, I mean, you had an absolute just shootout of a game, and can't take nothing away from Sean McVay and his offense. Man, he finds a way to put points on the board, and he always keeps a really respectable defense to go along with that offense. We all know, that coaching tree he comes from. It's a lot of brilliant minds in that tree with him and Kyle Shanahan and others. I was watching that game and I kept thinking, I was like, is Stafford, is he really, what's he going to do? Is this the Stafford? Is he just having a fluke type of year? Because he's kind of getting a little past his prime. What's he going to do in this game? And I thought he handled himself very well. I really, going into that game, I didn't give him a whole lot of a shot, just because I kind of thought this year had been a little bit of fool's gold for him. But I gained a lot more respect for Matthew Stafford just watching him go against what I know is a very good Seattle defense. I mean, that defense is crazy. There's a reason they're going to the Super Bowl. And nothing from Sam Darnold. He's played great. It's just that defense they have drafted and traded and picked up free agency. It's really amazing what Seattle's been able to do on that defensive side of things. But I mean, can't take nothing away from the Rams. Salute to them. What a great season. I still think they'll be back. The kind of opinion I had on Stafford is flipped. I still think he could come back and ball next year again. We'll have to see what happens with Devontae and some other key pieces on that team going back. But McVay's another guy. You can't count him out. McVay's he figures it out and makes it work. He's good at taking ingredients and baking you up something really good on that team. But, the biggest story I think of this weekend for me, for everything I've just mentioned, would be one, Josh Allen. It's just going back to before all the championship, the NFC, AFC championship, it felt like Josh Allen should be here. It felt weird that we didn't see Josh Allen on this stage. I mean, he is a guy that for years I've sat and I've wondered, when will he get to the big one, and ultimately the Super Bowl. And here we go, another year, another miss. And you watch the guy, and if anybody's seen any type of him on the off-season videos or the stuff he does with kids and the charities, it's impossible to root against the guy. He's a very likable guy, but you kind of have to start to wonder, when are you going to get to the big show, dude? There has to be a moment where he breaks through and gets to that game. And I haven't seen it yet. And they're going to switch coordinators and coaches now. Sean McDermott, he's out, gone. So you got fresh face coming in. They're going to promote their OC, and we'll try again. there's levels to these quarterbacks that I've mentioned. And now you've got Sam Darnold and Drake May both going to that stage before Josh Allen has. And at some point, there's got to be a conversation to be like, hey, your window's getting smaller, Josh. You got to get things going, man. But I mean, it's just hard to hate the guy, but you want to see him succeed. But you got to also look at it from the standpoint of we judge these guys on something, and the playoffs certainly are that judgment where everything begins. But it's one of those things that you can go back and forth about it. You can make arguments for many quarterbacks that haven't made it there yet. I have a room of one guy that I hope he makes it there soon. That would be Dakota Rain Prescott. I'm sure everybody's got a million opinions on him, but I mean, Dak's going to be fine. I think the Schottenheimer with the combination of the coordinators that they're getting in now, I feel like Dak's on a very good road to get his shot to go to a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm really putting my chips in on it next year on him. I think they're going to go all in and make a run on this thing. And I hope we can fast forward to this time next year, and I'm doing a special for the Cowboys getting ready to go to the Super Bowl. Nothing would make me happier. If you know me, that I would probably cry like a big baby. And that is no joke. We're going to move to, the sport that kind of is the in-between baseball, football season, and that is basketball. And yeah, it's hard to talk about basketball because you see the hat on my head, being a Kentucky fan. What's going on right now? Mark Pope has completely, I don't want to say destroyed this program, but he's done a good job with messing this roster up this year. Mark Pope is another guy like I was talking about with Josh Allen. You love the guy. You want to see him succeed. But, you got to have these tough conversations and ask these tough questions like, what's going on? And I really, really wonder, like, what Pope works on with these guys. I really wonder what they practice every week. I really my biggest question to Mark is, how do you motivate these guys? Because when I'm watching you, I see a dude that it looks like you're looking for a lost dog. You're just out there. You're looking around. There's you just have no emotion. It's like you got all these pieces that you've put together, and these guys that are looking to you to coach them. And come crunch time, I'm seeing on my TV, you standing there with your hands on your hip. You're not saying nothing. And that is where I think, a lot of problems begin, because once you lose your conversations, your voice, your accountability with players and them feeling accountable, being held accountable by you, you kind of lose that locker room. And I just feel like the body language after games, you've kind of lost it there, Pope. These guys, they're rolling their eyes, they're laughing when you're answering questions. That's not a good sign. And, Pope, you played here, you've won a championship here. These fans are not dumb. They can definitely see when a basketball team does not care, when you've kind of lost a locker room, and it's happened. The scores, they write their own story there, buddy. I think moving forward, Mark's got to get a backbone. He's got to get some cojones, as we call them, and he's got to get these guys where they feel like they have a coach that they can listen to and look to every day that has the answers. Because right now these guys are looking at you, and it's a blank checkbook, man. They're getting their money, and that's really all they're worried about. The furthest thing it looks like is playing ball, dude. I mean, we're messing up on simple inbounds plays. We're passing it out of bounds and getting turnovers. I'm going to be honest, man. If I was telling somebody to watch a Kentucky game right now, I'd just say just flip it on the last 4 minutes and see where they're at, because you're not going to know anything the first 15, 16 minutes of our first halves. It looks like when I played ball over at Church of Joy in Litchfield. I mean, there's no organization. There's just somebody shoot the ball and hope it goes in, and let's try not to throw it out of bounds. And that's not good for everybody watching and your fans. That's just you gotta figure that out going into next year, because I really do think that if we're sitting in this seat this time next year having this same conversation, you're gone. And I hate that for Pope, but that's just the reality of the matter. You're not going to stay here at Kentucky getting blown out by Vandy by 25. That's not going to happen. That's the reality of it. You might some places, over down the road by about 30 miles, you might be okay with that. They wear a lot of red, by the way. I won't say any names. But it's just with Pope, just it starts on recruiting. You have to go in, sell these guys, get the guys that make this program better. You're not going to go and grab guys that you love to have conversations with, that make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. You got to go get these guys that are dogs, that will come here and demand the ball, take the ball, and score the ball. Hey, listen, I'm the biggest fan of some of these guys on this team. I love them. But I also love winning too. And when a guy does nothing to contribute to this team to help them win, I'm starting to have questions, And, nothing against the kid or his character. It's just I gotta have some people that'll come in here and play Kentucky basketball. That's what we're used to seeing. We didn't win 8 national championships because we recruited guys that came in here and didn't really give a damn about the program. So, having said that, let's go to our local team that does give a damn about playing basketball, and that is the Grayson County Cougars. I mean, man, oh man. This is insane, dude. And this personally hits with me because when I was a senior, that was, of course, when Grayson County went on that magical run with Travis, Wes Smith, Bennett Skaggs. You had Seth Bratcher. You had so many guys on that team that, going to Tyler Salzman, Aaron Davini. I didn't forget you, Davini. Just that roster was so loaded. And I go back and I think at myself back in 2009, looking at that roster. And I said, man, does it get any better than this? Because, this team did stuff that people never thought would be possible. Go to Rupp, win a game, went toe-to-toe with Jared Paulson and that West Jessamine County team. It was magical, and it was a fun team to watch. And I just wondered, I was like, will they ever be able to go past? Is this our ceiling? Will they ever be able to break through and go past this? Welcome 2026, Grayson County Cougars. And Travis Johnston has not only went past it, he is broke through and soaring. And he has really assembled a team that is special, man. This team, if you haven't got a chance to get out and go watch them, please do. And I'm guilty of it myself. I got to get over there. I live right across the road here from them. So I got to get to the gym. I got to watch these guys play because it's truly special what's going on in Grayson County right now with these guys. And I want to brag on them some. My gosh, I can go down the whole list of people here. I got Brody Armstrong, Jack Loxton, Jagger Martis, Spencer Langdon, Caden Gaither. I think it's Nick Higdon. I apologize if I got that wrong. But, their little point guard, he is – dude, that guy – he made some I watched the play on K105 that they posted. It was awesome. The little no-look pass. Get out of here. This team, they share the ball. They play hard. And it shows, man. They've beaten some really good teams. This ain't like, this ain't bragging about somebody that has put together some good wins and oh yeah, they look, we beat everybody looks good, but we faced some actual I'm talking statewide competition and beat them and played toe to toe with some of the best people in this state. And it goes to show you that Travis and that staff have done a remarkable job on putting that team together. And I know a lot of those guys on that staff, and Travis has some really brilliant minds in there working with him. And I mean, hats off to those guys, man. And I'm going to be going to some games. I'm hoping I can even get a few guys to maybe catch an interview with, and I'd love to talk to them. Love to get their kind of take on the season and just maybe get with Travis and get kind of some thoughts on what where he wants to go with them and how everything's going so far. But man, ladies and gentlemen, if you can get out there and watch these Cougars play, you got to go watch them, man, because they're awesome. So, the point of this show has been to bring you everything sports related. But I mean, also it's just nice to be able to reach out to people and talk about things that mean a lot to me. And I mean, I want to talk about all kinds of things on the show. And that's kind of been, that's been our driving point to do this, is to bring a show that we can have fun with, that we can talk about anything. If you know me, I'm a big sports guy, so I'm going to talk about sports. That's just how I am. But I mean, I like movies. I like all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, we can literally talk about, whatever, whenever. I'm going to be here, every week to shoot different episodes on things. It's something I have a lot of fun doing, man. And I want to keep bringing it to you. We're going to have breakdowns on more football, on the Super Bowl. I think, man, the Super Bowl is going to be a lot of fun, man. I think I could go either way. I'm personally leaning Seahawks myself, just because, like I mentioned earlier, that Seahawks defense is for real. So I really think they'll give Drake Mason problems. And I'm going to call my shot right now. I'm going to say Seahawks 24, Patriots 17. That's what I'm feeling that. But let me know what you think on it. And we'll have some fun. Who's ready for the halftime show? Are we going to get into that, or is that too spicy? Man, I don't know. Bad Bunny, Good Bunny. I'm team No Bunny right now. Don't shoot me, but I'm just I'm certainly ready for the commercials. I'll be honest, but I'll be also completely honest. I have no clue who in the hell Bad Bunny is. I've looked up his music on Spotify, and I still don't know who Bad Bunny is. I feel like I would rather see an American band or singer, but that's just me. I don't want to really get too far down in that wormhole, because I know how that conversation could go really quick. But yeah, I'm happy this is the first episode. Of course, there's a lot of bugs to be worked out still, but I'm happy to be here just doing this. Something, me and Jake personally have talked about for a long time to do. It's certainly refreshing to get back into this field and be doing this again for you all. I know a lot of people have asked me, when are you ever going to do a sports show again? And I took a long time away from it. I had a lot of hard goodbyes. A lot of things changed in my life. I've got 2 sons now since I've last done the old show. I've learned a lot of lessons, growed up a lot, and I feel like now more than ever was just the right time to come back and do this. Felt good. in my heart, in my mind. And I wanted to be 100% for you all out there listening. And yeah, I apologize about the long break from everything, but I had to figure some stuff out and figure out what direction I wanted to go and kind of just start over a new chapter here. And it's going to be the best one, I believe. I really, in my heart of hearts, believe this is going to be something we're going to build and make really special. It's just like anything, it takes time. But you know, I'm just appreciative of everybody that will that'll comment on this. That if you got ideas, shoot them at me. I'll be happy to talk about other things. And you know, just be here with us because it's going to be a fun journey, and we're excited. But this has been the first episode of the Priddy Podcast. We will keep episodes coming for you. Just you keep rolling with us. We're going to keep rolling with you. Y'all stay good out there. Stay warm. Check on your neighbors because, you know, everybody needs to be checked on. We love you. I will holler at y'all later. I'm going to do another episode. We'll try to get some more here pretty soon. I will post some more updates and everything on my Facebook accounts and wherever else. Just stay tuned. We got more coming up. Y'all stay classy out there. Stay warm. Love y'all. This has been the Priddy Podcast.